Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 2 for 1 Special Podcast. My name Randall, and with me, as always, my boy LJ and the OG Daddy himself, man. I go ahead and say what up to these folks, man.
What
What's up?
up?
What's up?
What's up, everybody? All right, now, welcome back to another episode. So, as we're recording, March Madness is going on. I've been kind of busy lately, so I haven't been keeping up to date with March Madness other than besides Duke. But we got to talk about what the hell going on with the NFL because a lot of QBs and a lot of people got drafted. But we're going to say that for
Traded.
last. Traded. My fault. Traded. So we're going to say that for last. But, Dad, go ahead and give the rundown to these folks about March Madness and what we got going on.
All right, so we've had a few upsets coming in here. I know you didn't watch like many of the games, but there was some really good ones, like the Vanderbilt Nebraska game. That was back and forth all the way to the last second. Even the last second shot looked like it was going in from half court. Like that was the game. Nebraska ended up pulling it out, and they play Iowa, which Florida and Iowa had a great game too. So it's been a lot of like really like it's either been really close or blowouts for the most part in the tournament. Um, like Houston, they look like they're going to go on another run. Um, Matter of fact, I got my final four right now is Houston, Arkansas, um, and I'll go Houston, Arkansas, Michigan, um, Houston, Arkansas, Michigan. Let me see the other one who probably be and Duke.
Yeah, I'm going with Duke. They've been.
Duke will
Go ahead, Dad.
Duke will
Who
be
is
one
it
of the final
again,
four.
Dad?
My final four. I'm thinking Duke, Arkansas, Houston, and Michigan.
Okay. Yeah, I saw the only game I didn't see it. I saw the game with I forgot. I only know his nickname. I don't know his real name. Oh, yes I do. Robbie Alva or something. The only reason I remember his name is because they nicknamed him Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, yeah.
And I was like, who is this? So I watched that game. I was at the barbershop. I watched that game. And I was like, he's not that good. He okay. But I feel like that was just one of those mean teams that everybody was feel good stories about and things like that.
Well, he was pretty good during the regular season, but like when you're like the best player on the team, like they're gonna crash in on you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like that's what happened with him. He needed other people to step up, and yeah, that's what happened. So because he's not good enough to carry a team in a tournament,
Right.
but he was the best player though. So
All I know is them boys Duke. It's going crazy. That's all I've been hearing about is Duke.
Michigan's still in it, right?
yeah, Michigan blew them out.
Right.
So like Duke had a terrible first game. Their first game was like, what are you doing? Like you let Siena State too close. They only won by 6. The second game, it was close until after halftime. But Duke said, okay, let's stop playing, and they took the gloves off and they bum rushed TCU. So they got St. John's next. It's actually going to probably be a good game. Rick Pitino's coach at St. John's, so they're always going to be well prepared, especially for Duke.
To be honest with you, I just for the simple fact that Boozer's sons are playing for Duke, I just want them to win because I see how happy he is for his sons and stuff like that, and that's legit the only thing I be seeing on ESPN is Boozer and his sons and stuff like that. So I just want Duke to win just because of he'll be a happy father.
I go lie. I want the story.
You want the story?
I want Calipari to win.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't want Calipari to win. He's already made it further than Kentucky, So, and he'll never say it, or he might say it one day, but like he's like gleefully every time he goes further than Kentucky. You know, they were a higher seed than Kentucky. You know, they made it further in the tournament this year. You know, so and Kentucky, like they went to the Sweet 16 last year, the Elite Eight or something like that, but it's the same spot that the Arkansas went. So like, it's to me, it's like they're missing Calipari. And they won't admit it out loud, but they'll say this. They'll say it like behind closed doors and stuff like that. But it's their own fault. So.
Okay, there we go. But yeah, I just like Boozer and how he's showing out for his sons. But I don't know if y'all been up to date or keeping up to date with this, and then we'll talk about the NFL stuff. I don't know if y'all been keeping up to date with the women's side of college basketball, but South Carolina, oh my God.
I mean, they've been the powerhouse for the last, 3-4 years?
Longer than that.
Well, I don't know what they got going on, but I forgot the team who they played, but the team that they
USC.
Boy, they did wrong. They blew. I think it was like 52 points.
They won like 50 plus.
Yeah, yeah, it was bad. No, she don't play.
They were up 12 or 15 to nothing in the first quarter. USC didn't get their first point till like 6 minutes into the first half.
Oh, that's
first quarter.
terrible.
First quarter.
That's absolutely terrible.
It's terrible.
But yeah.
I mean, granted, they didn't have like Juju Watkins not there, but Juju Watkins ain't play all season.
Yeah, I'm
So,
saying
like,
she out with injury.
Yeah, she's been out all season. So.
But yeah, I just want to throw that out there. But I need y'all input because I don't know how true this is, and I seen it, but I haven't really got a glimpse of it because I was doing something. But we're gonna talk about the NBA and we're gonna talk about LeBron. Is it true that the Lakers told them like, "Hey, we're not paying you above $50 million no more"? Is that true?
So who?
LeBron.
Why would you pay him that much?
That is true though. That is true.
I mean, even if it's not true, why would you do it?
That's true. You ain't lying.
Right. You have a point there. He's just old, and you already have your superstar of the future. At this point, it's getting close to, are you going to retire here, or do we need to trade?
That's the question we need to ask in the offseason. Like he can make himself a free agent or something like that. So
You think he gonna do that though, and go back to Cleveland for his last dance?
Do Cleveland want him? Cleveland got a good thing going on. I don't think they're gonna want to ruin that with LeBron.
I don't think LeBron will ruin it. To be honest,
I mean, will you start him?
LeBron?
Why would you start him?
Don't they have a pretty good starting five?
They got a good team, yeah.
You put LeBron in there.
I mean, yeah, for butts and seats, sure, but I'm
No.
talking about you really trying to win.
To be honest with you, if you gonna put him in there, cause number one, if he announced this is his last run, the amount of money in ticket sales is gonna skyrocket. You gonna put him in there.
Yeah.
So I
No,
don't.
and before I hear it from the LeBron James, I'm a LeBron James fan too. I see the writing on the wall though. He old. It's okay.
Right.
He old. Just before some diehard LeBron James fan come up in here and be like, y'all talking bad about my GOAT. Why y'all doing that about my GOAT? He my GOAT too. But you see the writing on the wall.
So you're telling me, I'm just asking the question because you said you start only for butts and seats. You would start Dean Wade over LeBron.
You know what? I thought they had somebody more recognizable. So yeah, I mean, you're right.
Yeah, I'm about to say somebody gonna get benched.
I know what I don't know why I thought it was Garland who played his position. That's who I thought played.
But
his
here's
position.
the thing, though. I ain't mean to cut you
Garland
off,
got
though.
traded.
Here's the thing though. If LeBron come out, and I highly doubt because they got a good team going on, and I can see this team go to the Western Finals. So
This Lakers team?
the Lakers team, yeah, especially how Luca and Austin is playing right now, I can see them. I can see them going to the Western Finals. I can see. I can see that. But
You got some people you gotta get through first.
oh no, oh, yeah, it's gonna be hard. But I'm just saying, if they stay healthy, then they in there. But here's the thing though. If LeBron come out and say, "Hey, this is my last go. I'm retiring next year," he become a free agent. Will you rather be like, okay, we know for a fact the tickets is gonna probably triple in price just for everybody to come see LeBron play. We already know he gonna sell out arenas every night. Do you want a team to just throw all that money on him and be like, hey, we gonna get X amount of money, even though we know for a fact we overpaying you. But in the long run, ticket sale, merchandise, and all the other stuff, we gonna get it back and use that money to rebuild and get some new youngins in there, and get some and find and trade some more superstars for your team once LeBron retire. Will you want to do that as an NBA organization?
Here's the thing about that whole situation. That's only going to happen if LeBron allows it, and the only three teams that he will do that for is the Lakers, the Cleveland, and the Heat. I can't see him just going to some random team and just
Do that, right?
So if those three teams come to him and be like, if they hear like, hey, yeah, I'm about to retire, I can see all three of them pushing for, hey, come retire with us. Come retire with Cleveland because Cleveland is your home. Come retire with the Heat because that's where you had your most success. And then come retire as a Laker to be one of the great Lakers, right?
Right.
Which, to be fair, would he really be remembered as a great Laker?
Just for the simple fact, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because
I know. I only asked that because I was listening to some people talk about it. And they was like, "No, I would not consider him a great Laker."
The reason why I say that is because he broke the all-time leading score with the Lakers. So they gonna pretty much.
It's not the same. He brought them a title.
Yeah, that too. Even though that's a controversial title,
It's not. It's the hardest title to win, if anything.
a lot of people saying the 2020. They were saying it doesn't count. Me personally, I don't feel say it count in me. I'm just saying a lot of people were saying 2020 final was controversial because of the atmosphere, no fans, and all that stuff. To me, I was like, hey, it doesn't matter. You won the final because you played against the actual player. Like, I don't see how a stadium would affect that, but blah blah blah. That's the people who want to do all that science stuff. But at the end of the day, yeah, because like I said, like Dad said, he brought the Marine, and plus he broke the all-time leading score as a Laker. So they gonna tie that as him being a Laker, no matter what. They ain't gonna say, oh, it's LeBron James. No, they're gonna say he did that as a Lakers.
Gotcha.
So.
So is the better question is who gives him a statue? He gets a statue at Cleveland.
You get a statue at Cleveland,
Obviously,
and that's it.
That's it.
Pretty
That's
much.
it.
Because the Lakers already got one for Shaq.
Shaq and Kobe and
yeah.
Magic.
I don't think they will get one for
Even
LeBron.
Kareem got one.
Yeah,
No,
I don't think
LeBron
they're
is still
gonna.
in there.
Yeah, they gonna retire his jerseys, of course, but I don't think they're gonna give him a statue. Now I know for sure Cleveland, without a doubt, should give him a statue, no matter what. That man literally rebuilt the whole, wherever you want to call it, county, district, whatever. He literally reformed that into something to where once he left, it literally destroyed the economy for Cleveland when he left. Like that's how much effect LeBron was in Cleveland. So Cleveland, without a doubt, should give him more than a damn statue. If you ask me, they should give him whatever the hell he want. Cause he literally boosted the economy. I don't want to say triple, but I'm sure it was double. But LJ though, and then Dad, I'm gonna ask you this. But LJ, if you was the Heat, and you know how we need the players, Will you and LeBron James announced saying, "Hey, I'm becoming a free agent, and next year my last year." Will you, as a Heat or as a Heat exec, organizer, whatever you want to call it, the person who in the office, will you throw all your money at LeBron, knowing that your jersey gonna everything gonna triple in price, the tickets gonna triple in price, the merchandise is gonna triple in price. He gonna have everything sold out. All the 82 games, even playoffs gonna sell out. As a not LeBron, as a Miami Heat fan, and if you was in the office, will you throw all your money at LeBron? Use that money that you're gonna get from LeBron and rebuild, so you get like first draft. You be able to throw max contract to superstars who want to get traded and stuff like that. Will you do that if you was in the Miami head office?
No, I wouldn't give him max money. I would give him a lot of money,
Right.
but I'm not doing it because I want him to, you know, how you said it, come down there and make more money for us. It's not that. I want him down there because I'm like, I want you to retire as a Heat because your most success came from being a Heat.
Right.
We had 5 good years with him, so that would be the reason why I would want him to come down to be the Heat and be the manager, and to remember all of that. Now, I don't think that's a great idea for anybody, though. Like I said, I can only see that happening for 3 teams, but I don't think you would try to, give him like close to as max as you can for a 1-year contract. I just can't see that when you know you're. I mean, like you're gonna be. You do that and then you're gonna be bad, right? That's how I see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I just don't like that situation at all. I just think he needs to retire with the Lakers or with Cleveland. I think that's the 2 best places. Try not to take them for a lot of money. Still getting money though. Still get a lot of good money, good amount. But I don't think he should be trying to break the bank with them. Though. That's just me though. I mean, you're about to make a whole bunch of money once you retire. You're trying to buy a team. Last time I checked, he wants to buy an NBA team. I think he already has a soccer team, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably. I won't be surprised.
A lot of American football people have soccer teams. I know Tom Brady has one. I think Wade has one. Anyway, that's besides the point. I don't know, man. It's a weird situation to be in because it's kind of like you should have been retired anyway with just everything going on. But I don't know, man. I can't see the appeal of doing that at all. That's just me though.
That if you was the NBA owner, will you try to use LeBron to get a whole bunch of money so you can get like some good first round, well not first round, but get some good trades. You can get some a mega superstar during the trade deadline in the NBA. Will you do that?
Ain't nobody following LeBron at any team that's 72 years old.
Is it 72?
Ain't nobody following LeBron. LeBron got to go to a team that's already set. So he's probably going to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers because they're literally a small forward away from being a complete team. And LeBron can help that. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes there. But he's going to cost, but he's not going to cost an exorbitant amount. Like, because if he wants to go out, and this is if he plays next year, because like I do believe LeBron wants that farewell tour.
He deserves it. I mean,
Oh,
Well,
100%.
you already know he gonna get that.
Yeah. So like, if he does, we're a better place to do it than Cleveland, you know. So, um, also, I want to get y'all feelings on this. Change the subject a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
How y'all feel about Bam's 83? We didn't get to talk about it yet.
I couldn't remember when that happened, so I was.
It
I
ha-
double
it
checked
happened- it happened
before I
last
brought
week.
it up.
It happened last week.
Okay. So, I think it's great. Now, I've heard all the excuses about the 83. It was mostly free throws. It was this. It was the Washington Wizards. Blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that, blah, 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 this. Okay. Well, let me tell you. Your favorite player didn't get it done. Hasn't yet. He did. It's the NBA. We acting like all these people are scrubs. If you're in the NBA, you're good. There's tiers to this. You ain't one of the street guys. You're good enough to be in the NBA. So you're better than most of these people playing in the street. Just because you think Bam Adebayo is not a all-star or a superstar or whatever, and that's a fair conversation to have, doesn't mean that he couldn't score 83 points. I think anybody in today's NBA, no matter how it's done, could score 83 points. It just depends on that person and their work ethic. And you see that Bam had that work ethic. You knew Bam was a good option. We always said he was never a second option. He was like, he's a third option, and he's a solid option. And that game, he just went off. It happens. Get over it. He has the record now.
Here's my thing. Everybody hate that it was Bam. That's the whole reason why everybody was complaining about this. It's because it was Bam. Bam is to Miami. He's a superstar, but to the NBA fan base, he's just a regular NBA player. He's not like Kyrie Irving. He's not like Klay Thompson. He's not Klay Thompson. He's not like Steph Curry. He's not like LeBron James. He's not like Kevin Durant. He's just Bam. To the NBA fan base, he's just a regular player. If that would have been LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Luka, like he just dropped 60 some points not too long ago, 60 or 70. It was 60 something.
Against the Heat.
Against the Heat, nobody really questioned it. But since it was Bam and he's into the fan base, he's just a regular basketball player. That's where everybody questioned it, cause they were like, "Why on earth we got Wilt Chamberlain at 100, and then 2 was Kobe, then Bam came out of nowhere. Now it's Wilt Chamberlain, Bam, Kobe.
Ben Kobe. Yeah.
So everybody was like, "Wait a minute, this don't."
People hate that.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, "This don't make sense. It's supposed to be Wilt Chamberlain, LeBron, Wilt Chamberlain." Steph Curry, Wilt Chamberlain, KD, Wilt Chamberlain and Bam, then Kobe, who brought multiple rings, went back to back with the Lakers. Come on now, that's why everybody pissed off, because it's Bam. So I was like, at the end of the day, I'm like, look, he did it. There ain't nobody in the world, a regular person would never do that. I don't care if he scored 40 or 41, 42 free. I don't know. It was between 40 41, between 40 and 42 free throws. I don't know. I know it was in the 40s. That's all I know. No matter what, he did it foul. It's the people who was playing against him foul. So it wasn't his fault. Now he probably draw or forced a couple of them to go to the line. You know, we can argue that. But at the end of the day, it's not his fault that he shot 40 something free throws. It's the Wizards' fault because they fouled him that much. You know what I'm saying? Y'all would have been complaining. Y'all would have been pissed off if he shot like 40. I'm just gonna say the number 43. But out of 43 free throws he shot, he only made about 10. They gonna be complaining then, saying, "Oh, he missed 30 some free throws." But he made 40 some free throws. Now everybody complaining, "Oh, because he because he got fouled and blah blah blah. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is you can't please everybody. That's it. But I'm happy for him though. I'm happy for him. But yeah, that's why everybody was pissed off. It's supposed to be LeBron, Steph, KD, one of the mega superstars who brought multiple champions, who got multiple rings and stuff, and who's a mega superstar outside of the NBA. But instead we got Bam, where a lot of people in the NBA consider him a regular player instead of an all-star. So that's yeah. But I'm still proud for him though. How you what's your thoughts, Dad, when it happened?
It was like I didn't see it coming because like I mentioned this before. Bam's one of my favorite players in the NBA. Like he's always been like one of my like low key like I really like Bam's game. So like when he did, I was like, all right, cool, Dad, this is nice. You know, I saw the free throw. I said, well, that's the Wizards' fault, not his. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, and people were complaining, oh, well, the Miami Heat were fouling at the end to get him to run past Kobe. And, I don't like it when people say, like, things like, oh, that's not ethical, like, the coach, like, never done that. Like, I want my coach to say, you know what, let's give Bam the record. Let's do that. So, like, we'll make sure we get more possessions, get Bam the record. I applaud. Can't remember the coach's name on the
Eric Spoelstra.
Eric Spoelstra, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, I applaud him for doing that because I appreciate the fact that he would like step out for his player and do that. So, I don't mind at all. Bam got hot. Wizards fouled him a lot. That's the Wizards' fault.
Exactly, that's the Wizards' fault. But that's how I see it. It's because it's Bam. It's not a mega superstar NBA player. It's just Bam. And a lot of people just consider him a regular player, but not like an all-star player. And then when you look at it, when you look at the score before Bam did it, you had Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe. If you were wondering who would have break it to the point where they'd be up there with Kobe and Wilt Chamberlain, Bam would never come across your mind. It would be like I said, Steph Curry, LeBron James, KD, one of them players would have crossed your mind, but not Bam. You see what I'm saying? So that's why everybody was hot, if you ask me.
But so here's my other thing about that. So honestly, Bam is the perfect person to get that done, and here's my reason why for that. Because as Reda said, people are going to think LeBron James, Steph should be getting those records, right? Well, the other NBA players already know that to guard them well, you're not about to let them go off for that much. Going off for 60 like Luka did is bad. To let a superstar go off for that much, right? So they are never going to let a superstar like LeBron James, Steph Curry, or anybody like that really go off for that amount of points. It's just our team is not about to let that happen. But Bam does not average close to 20 points a game, I don't think. So he's not a person that you would have ever thought to do that. And so that's why they didn't game plan for him to do that.
Right.
Now again, you can't game plan for you all deciding to foul him like crazy. That's on y'all. Ain't nobody tell y'all to play like that.
See, that's my whole. I ain't mean to cut you off, Elder. That's what I was saying. Ain't nobody will bring up the fact that they was fouling him that much to make him shoot that many free throws.
That's a ton of fouls.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was complaining about, oh, he made 40 something. I'm like, yeah, but y'all ain't talking about how he made that much. It's because the Wizards was fouling him.
Right. Like, don't blame him because he played the trash ass team.
Exactly.
That played trash. Sorry.
That's what my thing was. I'm like, y'all complaining about, okay, he scored 83. Whoop-de-doo. But he scored 83. But the whole entire argument, the whole entire thing, nobody was well, a lot of people were celebrating, but majority of people wasn't celebrating. They was talking about how he scored 40 some free throws. That's the whole thing they got about it. That I'm like, okay, he scored 40 some free throws. Out of 40 some free throws, you could say maybe between 10, maybe close to 15 of them he probably forced them to foul him. You could say that, and that's being generous, because Bam ain't the type of person who will force a foul like James Harden. So that's just being generous. So you could say 30 plus was actual legit. So I'm like, okay, so he scored 83 and he shot 40 some free throws. Y'all complain about how many free throws he made, but y'all ain't complaining about how he went to the line. It's because how many times they fouled him. They should never foul him that many times. So that's what another thing that would kind of piss me off is, okay, yeah, he scored all them free throws, but y'all ain't talking about how the hell he got to the line in the first place. So
I agree.
But yeah. So that's the NBA. But let's talk about what the hell going on, what happened in the NFL. So Dad, go ahead and talk to the folks, because a whole bunch of stuff went down when we was out these 2 weeks. So talk to them. What happened in the NFL?
So there a bunch of stuff happened. The same day that Bam scored the 83, the Ravens pulled the trade with the Raiders. They cited that B problems, and there's still stuff coming out about that thing. Like today, I saw that what the Cowboys offered and what other teams had offered to, like, even the Commanders, what they offered for Max Crosby. But yeah, so it's it's crazy because first of all, they've done this before. They pull out trades and stuff like that, and like the league, the league can't do nothing because he has a knee issue and everybody do it, but everybody knows he's gonna be ready for training camp and everything like that. So the league can't touch him because he did get injured. So, but the league needs to investigate at some point because they found out they could get Trey Hendrickson and they signed him, and they don't have to lose the 2 first-round picks for Max Crosby. So, and they're going to find out in that run game that Trey Hendrickson is not good against the run. Great pass rusher, terrible against the run. But, and that's their only move, really, because everything else is like, they re-signed their corner, re-signed Tyler Huntley. They got no help. Actually, they lost weapons. They lost Isaiah Likely, new coach coming in. So, like, it's a lot like that's going on with them. That they needed this trade more than anything, and it was weird that they let it go like that. Other news: Tua Tagovailoa is signing with the Falcons. So the Falcons had two quarterbacks who had bad health. I mean, it is what I don't get it personally.
I don't think anybody does.
I didn't like how you just threw that straight out.
No, it's not stray. It's reality.
I'm with Dad on that one. It's not a straight. It's real life. Like, who told you to go get those two? I don't. Did you not see the games? Did you not see what? Okay. No. People make bad decisions every day, but like somebody gonna get fired for that one.
I mean, shoot, like you need a QB. So what QB was out there besides Aaron Rodgers and Russell?
Kyler Murray was out there.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco just re-signed with the Bengals, I think, or the Browns.
Bengals.
Bengals. Yeah, he signed a 1-year, $6 million contract. I'm like, yeah, with the Bengals. It's like,
That's one of the few times I would have allowed elder abuse.
I'm about to say they really had no choice. To be honest with you.
They had a
But
choice.
I will say this though, I don't think Tua is he can't as an NFL player. I'll say this because as a regular human being he can take a hit, but as an NFL player, he can't really take a hit. But some tell me it's really not his fault. It's more of the Miami training conditioning team fault. If go ahead, Dad. What you about to say?
so I'll say the second concussion he got that 1 year, that was the training staff fault.
That's
He
what.
should never.
Yeah.
He should have never been out there.
Yeah.
He should have never been out there. And like I will blame the offensive line that they had. 'Cause they never had a great offensive line, but like you also got to put it on too. Also, he got called in blitzes sometimes. Sometimes he didn't even call them.
Right.
So
But I don't. I would say this though. Depending on how good the training staff is for Atlanta, which we don't know until the season starts. If Atlanta got a good training staff, get him a good training coach, and all that stuff, he probably won't be injury prone like he was in Miami. I say that. Because we all can agree, Miami training coach, condition, whatever the hell they had got going on, they did Tua dirty. Like Dad said, we all knew for a fact he should not came out early when he had that first concussion. That second concussion was completely avoidable. Even the announcers, everybody said, yeah, it was too early for him to come back, and lo and behold, look what happened, he got hurt. So yeah, I won't say he injury prone until the season starts. And then if he get
he injury prone.
if he get hit and then he just hurt himself like a regular hit and he hurt himself, then yeah, that's on him. Because you need to learn how to tuck your head or something or whatever when you get hit. Then I'll be like, okay, that's your fault. But yeah, I'll just wait. Before I say anything, I'm gonna wait till the season starts. Then I go from there. But he ain't. But after all the concussions and stuff, he was a good QB. So I guess the Falcons were like, hey, we see some potential in him. I think we could bring him back to what he was before all that happened to him. Okay, if you think about it, he besides him, that was a free QB. Who will you pick up if you was the Falcons?
Tua lost 6-31 to the Cleveland Browns in Week 7. He had 100 yards passing, 3 interceptions. Can we go on to the next subject?
Oh, that's cold, Dad.
I'm just saying, like I
That's
said, as the Falcons, who was your only choice? Because was you gonna pursue Aaron Rodgers and
No,
have him
but Kyler Murray was out there. Or hear me out. You keep Michael Penix and maybe get a backup, okay? And then he's trash. You have a whole slew of quarterbacks coming in this next draft.
That is true. Yeah, that is true.
Like, okay, so I get it. Tua's on a 1-year deal, fine, but that's just wasting money. I think so. I think
How much? Hold on. How much they paying him for 1 year?
I don't think they released that.
Oh, okay.
So I was looking at it right now. I don't think they released it. No, he veterans minimum. So it's not even a waste of money. That's my fault. It's not a waste of money. He's making the veterans minimum. That's because he's getting paid by the Dolphins too, though.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, though, that with like you said, the QB that's coming in next year, what's they first round picks? Do they even get any first round picks?
They have a first round pick next year.
Oh well. Oh, hey,
Sure.
that's why they in the office. We ain't. They
Well. Here's the other thing. So now that you told me they have a first round pick, you throw for Manning, right?
It could be. It could be Manning. It could be there's a ton of quarterbacks coming in next year.
But do you think Manning will want? Well, he don't got no choice. But will you think?
Well,
Manning,
no, he has a choice, Eli. That's the only family that can get away with it. They get a choice.
yeah, but still, but do you think? Would you think he want to play in Atlanta?
I mean,
I don't know.
Bagel City be popping. I'll tell you what.
That too. or follow his. Or follow.
I
his,
will say that would be the best thing Atlanta has ever had happen to itself since the Super Bowl loss.
Well, Manning need to prove himself this season because he had a whole lot of hype last season, and that train fumbled.
He got him a serious whipping. I mean, he had whippings last year, but he got him Cam Comey this year. So.
Well, we'll see because LSU, they doing something. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't know. And Manning, he got to prove himself because last season I don't know what happened. What happened last season? He got to prove himself this season, and then stupid, they just go from there. But we'll just see. But excuse me, LJ, how you feel about Aaron Rodgers doing the same thing? Waiting until the last minute before he decides what he gonna get.
I don't want to hear another goddamn word from you. I don't want to hear another word about Aaron.
Why? How you feel about him pulling the same stunt?
I feel the same way. You should have. I don't know what's really going on in Cleveland. Like, I don't know who's the QB really because I haven't been keeping up with that situation. I guess it's Shedeur, but I'm really not sure.
I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna be Shedeur.
But if it's not, but Tomlin's not there no more, so I don't really care. But I'm gonna say maybe this time you right or wrong and go get Shedeur if Cleveland's gonna not do anything with him. But
now they got a new head coach, so we just gotta see.
Loca, I guess.
But
who you talking about, the Steelers or the Cleveland?
Cleveland, they're the head coach.
Because I'm about to say the Steelers literally got that's disrespectful to Tomlin, so I'm not gonna say it. But they are very similar record wise. Is what I was going to say.
But we'll see because Aaron Rodgers, he pulling the same thing. So here's my thing. Now the Steelers are in a predicament because now you really don't got a QB. Because you don't know if you're going to sign Aaron Rodgers, and then you don't know if Aaron Rodgers you want to come back. So now you don't really got a QB. So and this draft class that's coming up is only one good QB, and he's going in the first round.
Oh no, you talking about this one right now?
Yeah, he going in the first round, the first pick. So you gonna be out of luck. So as the Steelers, who do you get? Will you sign Aaron Rodgers again, in hopes that you get a first round pick for next season to get a QB, or we get some garbage QB and allegedly tank this season and cross your fingers in the lottery you can get picked?
So,
I don't know.
Go, Dad. What you about to say? What you about to say, Dad?
if the Steelers end up with a top three pick, I don't.
You see what I'm saying? Now they in a predicament.
My brain cannot fathom that because like that would tell me that Mike Tomlin left because they wanted to tank for a QB.
That's what it seemed like to me. That's exactly what it seemed like to me. You literally don't have a QB, and there's really no more QBs left to get. So when this season starts, I got a feeling, allegedly, because you can't tank on purpose, but allegedly, I have a feeling that the Steelers are going to tank. They go tank, so they get the lottery, and when they get in the lottery, they gonna magically get the first pick or a top 5 pick, and then they gonna land a QB next season.
I mean, I would have hoped they land a QB no matter what next season because you literally don't have one.
You don't have one. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the 2027 QBs, I just looked it up right now, is Dante Moore, Arch Manning, Julian Sagan, DJ Lagway, Lenore Sellers, Brandon Sorsby, Jordan Maivia, and Aiden Childs. So there's a crop of quarterbacks coming in next year. So
If Brown does good, you should add him to that list.
yeah,
Which, we could talk about this afterwards, but I was getting pissed about the training day thing.
the what?
What happened?
So at the Auburn, they had spring practice, spring ball, whatever, and so everybody started looking at the dude throwing the football, and they were like, "He can't throw a football; it's ugly." And I looked, I was like, "What are y'all talking about? What do you mean he can't throw the football?" And I mean, he was throwing the ball 60 yards down, but they were like, "His throwing motion is just ugly." It's like, are we really? We haven't had a quarterback in 60 years. Are we really talking about throwing motions right now? What throw? I said last season the man threw for the most yards out of anybody. Sure, it was a lower Division I place, but he still played Florida and Arkansas and another SEC team. I like, come on, we really doing this? Yeah.
Like I said, you can't please everybody.
Can't please nobody.
But at the end of the day, though, we can all agree. I believe the Steelers made a huge mistake when they signed Aaron Rodgers a year or two ago, however long ago that was. They made a huge mistake because now you skipped on Shador.
Everybody skipped on Shador.
Everybody skipped on Shador. Now you potentially are going 2 years without having a QB. All because you took a risk on Aaron Rodgers and you got kicked out the first round.
There are teams that go decades without QBs. I should know. My team's usually one of them. Okay. So I'm not worried. That part, you get what you can to try to make it through, but no, I'm good on that. Aaron Rodgers want to sign there next year. He can, but like it needs to be his last year or something.
Right. I like how this time last year when we started about him joining, I was the only one who was like, that man needs to retire. He's washed. So now we have come full circle, and y'all are also like, oh, he's washed. He needs to retire.
Hey, I'm just happy he didn't make Tomlin go negative. That's my whole thing. That's my whole thing with Aaron. I didn't want him to break his record of him going plus 500 every season. So he accomplished that for me. I don't care what he do now, and plus Tomlin gone too. So I really don't care what the Steelers do right now. Steelers can
So
do obviously they
you
do whatever they
did
want.
bring up something interesting. So is the reason Tomlin gone because they are going to what's gonna call it?
What?
Tank.
Something had to
want
happen.
to-
Something had to happen. Cause why out the blue? No accusations, no nothing, no arguments from management, the media team, the social media team. Steelers didn't make a post on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, nothing. Out the blue, they made us. ESPN whoever announced saying he stepped down for no reason, and then they ain't say the reason at all. They literally saying Tomlin is stepping down as becoming an NFL coach. Not out the Steelers, but he literally ain't finna coach no more for the NFL. And then he don't look old to the point where like, hey, I'm finna quit coaching for the rest of my life. He's still got he's probably had a good more like 5 years, probably even more 5 years to coach. So something had to happen in that front office for him to be like, yeah, I'm out. Similar with Nick Saban. Nick Saban could have had maybe a year or two more, but he knew what was gonna come with the NIL deal, so he bounced. So that's my feeling. I think something happened in that front office, and he just didn't like it, and so he was like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave.
So I'll play devil advocate here. Isn't that kind of selfish? That you don't want to lose your record because your team wants to tank.
As a person, speaking for me, yeah, cause I'm like I'm not finna lose my plus 500 record to do this. But as a business move, not really. Go ahead, Dan. You were finna say something. Go ahead.
So what I'll say is this: I think they gave him a choice. I think the Steelers said we want to go this way. This making the playoffs and losing and stuff like that, like it's not what we want because we're not high enough to get. We're not winning Super Bowls. But we're also not improving by our draft picks and stuff like that. So like, I think that's what it was. I think it's like we need to flip the switch, just like let it go and just try to what am I looking for? And just try to like like if we have a bad season, we have a bad season. Let's bring in Mike McCarthy, who's a decent coach, but he ain't the coach. Okay, so like if we're just being honest, so Mike McCarthy just wins like 5 games or something like that, 4 or 5 games. Nobody's gonna be like they're gonna say like they're gonna be upset, but nobody's gonna be like blaming Mike Tomlin, which is I think it's what Mike Tomlin wanted.
Right. But something had to happen though, cause he just out the blue just announced he retiring for the league. So, and then with like nothing happened. So something had to happen. Something happened. I don't know if it's the front office or just in general. He just wasn't. He was just feeling it the most. But something had to happen for him just out the blue retire. Cause you can just look at him. He don't look old. He look like he can still coach to this day. But for him,
Wasn't he at that time way back when he was like the youngest head coach ever, right?
Dad, I'm gonna let Dad answer that. I don't know.
At one point, he probably was the youngest when he first started, or like he started very young. So
Right.
And then, shit, he was like, the Steelers only had like 3 coaches, head coach.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about the Steelers.
Yeah. So, like I said, for him, he's been there for a long time, and for him just out the blue, just say, hey, I'm out. As a loyal Steelers fan who been with the team since the beginning of time, some should have clicked in your head and be like, okay, for him to just mysteriously up and leave and completely leave out the NFL, not go to a different team, either something happened or he just say, you know what, I'm just tired of football. Or Aaron Rodgers did something to him and he just like, I just can't deal with this no more.
You know what? I believe that. I believe that one.
Or something happened and then he just couldn't deal with Aaron Rodgers no more. He like, you know what? I got a feeling that they finna sign him again next year. I don't want to deal with Aaron Rodgers. I'm out. That I can see that happen, to be honest with you. Cause knowing Aaron Rodgers' mouth, I wouldn't be surprised. Cause he's around that age limit. He's somewhere around that age with Aaron Rodgers. So he still has some more years under his belt to still coach in the NFL. So I don't know. Or he may have some family business that he want to attend and say, you know what, I did my due diligence with the Steelers, so I'm finna just enjoy my family time, and I made good enough money, so I'm out. So that could be a thing too.
The one rumor I heard was that he was gonna go on TV, but it doesn't seem like that's happening. So.
Well, he's gonna go somewhere. Fox or somebody will pick him up, and he'll do that. I'm not worried about that.
So like I said, we just gotta wait and see. But Dad, what's your closing remarks so we can head up out of here?
Um, closing remarks. Thanks for everybody who listens to us and watches us. It's very much appreciated. And though people are slowly talking about it, but the Commanders had a really good offseason. With people they picked up and stuff like that, they picked up key pieces to their defense, which was sorely needed. And we'll see what we do in the draft.
LJ, what's your closing remarks?
My closing remarks are: I do think Michigan's going to win it. That's who my pick is for the NCAA Final Four or the tournament. I'm gonna say it's Michigan going to win it. The Bam's 83 points. I need people to get over it. He got his record. Go somewhere you don't like it because he got free throws. And then the NFL is just a wild place. I did want to say I wanted to talk a bit more about the Max Crosby thing because I have understood that I am on the minority side of I'm with the Baltimore getting out the trade. And the reason I'm with Baltimore getting out the trade is, yes, we all knew that he was injured, but obviously something in that report. That's what I'm assuming. Now, it could be the other way around of they could have just got who was the defensive end they ended up getting?
Trey Henderson.
Right, Henderson. It might have been that they were just able to get Henderson for cheaper. Yeah, cool. Okay, that's on them. If they suck, they suck. That's what they did. If that would happen. But if it's what I think actually happened, which was, yes, we knew he was hurt, but we didn't think he was that hurt, and then we got the report that says he's messed up. And that's why they decided not to do that.
Everybody got the same report. Like everybody was still wanting to trade for him.
Yes, you get the same report, but then you have your own people look at him, and you start seeing discrepancies.
Can I ask you something?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the last part of the season with the Ravens and how terrible Lamar Jackson looked?
Yes.
What doctor said he was healthy?
You have a point, but that's the game. That's during the season. You don't want damaged goods before the season starts.
So you try to take out your franchise quarterback?
I mean, you not. Hey, if that what happens, but so okay, sure. You can say Max Crosby comes back and going to kill the Baltimore Ravens. Sure, that could happen. Or it comes back, Max Crosby plays one game, knee completely falls off, blows up, and now he's out forever and has to retire.
That could happen to anybody.
It could, but what I'm saying is you seeing the report, and I'm saying that your doctors feel like it's more likely that his whole knee's going to blow up rather than he's going to be Defensive Player of the Year. I'm just saying. But that's it for me.
My closing remarks. Like I said, the 83 points from Bam, it's not his fault that he went to the free throw line 40-some times. It's not his fault. Now, granted, we can play devil advocate. We can say he forced. We can say he forced some of them. Okay, but at the end of the day, it wasn't his fault that he got fouled. Bam is not the type of basketball player to draw fouls. He's not. So, the 83 points that he made, well, everybody pissed off because he's not a mega superstar player like LeBron, Steph Curry, KD. That's why everybody pissed off. And everybody pissed off because now he's in a conversation with Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant, and he passed Kobe Bryant. Even he said that it feels unreal to say his name with Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? So even he acknowledged that, but that's why everybody was pissed off. And the Steelers, I literally call this 2 years ago when they skipped up on Shador. I said this from the beginning that they were trying to get Aaron Rodgers. Why the hell? Why they were trying to get Aaron Rodgers? I don't know. I believe that it's flopped in their face because they thought Aaron Rodgers would do something for them. Granted, they did went to the playoff first round, but they got booted out. And now you're in a predicament to where you may not sign him again. If you don't sign him, who the hell you gonna get? And then if you don't sign him, you just gotta pick the rental QB. Excuse me. And then with that rental QB, you just gotta get lucky because he may be a QB that come out the blue who's super good and take your team. They may pull a Purdy, how he was with the 49ers, how he took him and came out of nowhere, and now he's a gear QB. So it's a slight chance that can happen, or you're going to tank and trying to risk yourself in a draft lottery to get a first round pick. If you get a first round pick, now you got to figure out what QB you get. So the Steelers, I don't know what the Steelers got going on. All I know is my head coach gone, and I don't care what they do now. So that's all on the Steelers. So I call this a long time ago. We just gotta wait and see. But yeah, that's my closing remarks. But other than that, my name is Randall. With me, as always, my boy LJ and the OG Dad himself. And together we go by the name of the 2 for 1 Special Podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's episode, and we will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace out.